Guys, this is my 2018 LCI BMW M2 in the best color they made. Don't at me. We're gonna go through a 6-month review. I bought it in October last year, so just over 6 months. I'm gonna go through just an ownership review, the things I like, the things I don't like, all that good stuff. Before we jump into it though, for the OGs, I wanna show you something. Some of you will be familiar with this car here. It is my Audi S4. We've done a lot of videos on the channel on this car. It's been a really, really fun car to drive. We had some issues with it with the engine, so the supercharger was leaking coolant from one of the intercoolers. I put new intercoolers on the charger. We did the PCV valve while we were there. It's pretty much back together. It's running, it starts, but it's not building boost. So you can hear the supercharger whining, but it's slow as. So it's such a headache because now I've got to go back through and find where there might be a leak. It might be the throttle body that needs to be recalibrated because it's an IE throttle body. Not sure, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. The car is still here. It's just an absolute pain in my ass at the moment. All right, back to the M2. This car is not stock. We've got a lot of carbon fiber bits, the M Performance tips, carbon fiber side skirt thingy there, carbon fiber mirrors, and the lip, and the kidney grills as well. And then, oh, the engine bay needs a clean. And then we got the Berger Motorsport intake, VRSF intercooler, catless downpipe, mode charge pipes. I think that's it. Pretty much stage 2. It's what everyone does to M2. It's nothing special. But it's not stock. And it drives really well. So, we'll jump in the car, go for a drive and talk about it.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Guys, another great thing about owning this car was knowing that it had a clean history, and we know that because of today's video sponsor, Car Vertical. Car Vertical is currently working in more than 20 countries across the globe. They gather information from national registries, insurance companies, car manufacturers and sales websites, car auction websites and maintenance databases. And with that information they gather up, they can tell you whether the car was in a major accident, if it's had odometer fraud, if it was used as a taxi, or if it was ever stolen. So basically all you need to do is get the VIN number of the car, pop it into the website, and it's going to give you all this information. Let's go have a look at a good report and a bad report from Car Vertical. Alright guys, so here we have a BMW 2 Series. The VIN number's been put in and we can see here we've got no mileage fraud, no theft. It has been in an accident and it was not used as a taxi. Now we can just go down. It's going to show you where the car was registered, damage that was detected when it was on sale, if it failed an inspection, all this sort of stuff. And then you can go right down here and it's going to show you records of finance, handicapped vehicle, right, if it was scrapped, all sorts of stuff there. And then you come down so you can see that it hasn't been stolen, which is good. The mileage all lines up, which is perfect. And then you go down and it's going to show you that the car was in an accident. So you can see here it's damaged. And there's even photos to show you the damage, which is pretty cool. So you'll know if you're buying a damaged vehicle that was repaired. And we can also show you what the car was sold for at time of auction, because that's definitely an auction sale price. Now let's compare that with my BMW M2. So we can see here, no theft, no accidents, and not used as a taxi, and not in an accident as well. So no records found, no finance, no handicapped vehicle, okay. Mileage, no problems found, which is good. No damage. And this is the list of countries that it was checked in. So you can see right here, Australia for us, and then all across the globe as well. And so you can see here that this would be a good buy. So there's no recalls, no issues with that car. And guys, that is how easily you can check the history of a vehicle using Car Vertical. Pop the VIN number in. You can check your car, a car that you're about to buy. If you know any friends or family that are about to purchase a car, it is definitely worth the time to go ahead and check that out. If you use the link in the description, you'll save yourself 10% off. And let's get back to the video. All right guys, so I've been dailying this thing for about 6 months, a little bit over 6 months. It has been really good. One thing I love is we're in comfort mode right now. The Berger Motorsport intake, listen to this. That is absolutely insane. I hope it comes through on camera. The road presence is insane. The wide body, not Lambo wide, but it's pretty wide. I like that. And I love sports mode. And I'm going to show you that right now. As we're driving along, sounds fine. Just put it into Sports Plus. You can hear the car, revs drop, it gets a little bit louder. Doesn't have an exhaust, it just has the catless downpipe. It's all it needs. The thing sounds insane. So the thing is absolutely fun. It lights up first, second and third gear. Insane. But a downside to that is petrol. So it's got a very small tank. It's a 45-litre tank. And you blow through petrol very, very quickly. So if you drive, even just cruising around in sports mode, you're going to blow through petrol. It's a given. Get used to it. Get used to going to the pump and filling up, because that's where you're going to be most of the time. Another thing that goes great with the power is the gearbox. So for example, what I'll do, if I go second gear, first gear, in manual mode, if I don't change gears, it won't change on its own. It'll just bounce off the limiter, which is insane. Like, I love that. The Audi, the S4, as soon as you get near red line, if you leave it in manual mode, it just changes gears for you. That's shit. BMW did it a lot better with, it doesn't change gears, you have to change gears, you blow your engine up if you just sit there on the limiter. Something a little bit different, the CarPlay. It's only wireless CarPlay, and it's not Android Auto. So obviously we use CarPlay, you can see it's up on the screen there. I much prefer CarPlay, but I like having a wired system as well. So if you want to, you know, I've had issues with dropouts and things like that due to, you know, iPhone updates and whatever else. So just wireless CarPlay is pretty crappy. And then to go with the CarPlay system or digital radio, whatever you want to listen to, it's got the HK sound system. It's pretty good. You can actually have it on full, and it's not the loudest thing in the world, but it sounds really good. Like, the bass is good. There's a couple of subs underneath the seats. Beamer have been doing that forever. Sounds really good, but if I had to compare it to the Audi with the Bang & Olufsen system, it's got 3 ways at the front. It sounds a lot better. So this is just the N2 OG, I think they call it OG M2. It's not the comp, so it doesn't have the S55 engine. It's got the N55. It's a little bit different than an N55 found in like a 3 Series. It's got some parts out of the S55, something to do with the oil sump and this and that. This engine sounds way better than the S55. I don't care what anybody says. It sounds way better. Not as fast, but it's very tunable. When we did stage 2, I did that myself in half a day, I think, or call it a day even. It's very easy, and then straight away, the car makes insane power. I think it's probably sitting at around 300 at the wheels, kilowatts. For price for the mods versus the power you get is insane. And then you can really take these things to the next level if you change the turbo on it, which it's probably something we're going to do in the future. But as a daily driver, a lot of people weekend them. This is a really, really good daily driver. Obviously, the car does have some downsides to it, and I'll link the video in the top right-hand corner now. We did 5 things that I don't like about the car. Referencing back to the M2 Comp, the M2 Comp gets the better seats. That's the one thing in the comp that I much prefer. Those seats are insane, so we've just got the shitty normal seats here, but the bolster right here, you can actually adjust it. So if you've got a small body like me, you can use these buttons on the side of the seat here and adjust it to make it hug you even tighter, or loosen it off if you're a big boy. And there's an M2 behind us right now, actually. You reckon he wants to race? Alright, shout out to you, whoever's in the M2 behind us. I took this car up to the Dandenong Mountain, and I haven't track dayed this car yet, but we sort of did a track day up the mountain, and it was insane. The car handles like nothing else that I've ever had before. So we're talking Skylines, Audi, the S4, I don't know, a bunch of cars, Mercs, heaps of shit. This thing is 10 times better than all of those combined. And that's only on the factory suspension. So I haven't even done coilovers yet. I'm thinking about going bags to make it more of a stance car, and a lot of you are gonna hate that. Let me know your thoughts on people bagging these M2s, actually. I wanna know what y'all think about that. The tech side of things is pretty average in the car. So for a 2018 3 Series, you get heaps more tech. Like, look at this, it's just a big empty area of nothing. You got your sports button, climate control, entertainment system, that's pretty much it. You don't buy this car for the tech. You buy this car for the first, second, and third gear burnouts that you can do in it, and track days and all that sort of stuff. And that's what makes it insane. And it has a lot of character, and people look at it all the time. And I'm like, I just ask people, do you want to take it for a spin? And random people just drive it all the time. Overall, it has been an absolute pleasure to own. I was thinking about selling it to get an M3, but apparently BMW don't make an M2 anymore. It's just going to be the M240i, which is ugly as, by the way. So now I have to hold on to the car because it's going to go up in value. So I love the iDrive 7 or 6. Can't remember which one it is. It's the one that's also touchscreen. That is really, really good. And then in here you've got My Vehicle, where you can go in and you have so much customization over the car. Not insane amounts, but like you've got the vehicle status there. Vehicle settings is in here. Look, lights, keys. I'm gonna be totally honest, I haven't even looked at any of this stuff myself yet. And another thing I like about the infotainment, if you put it in sports mode, you can check the sports displays. So look at this. I rarely use them, but watch this. The car is very, very fast. When you just add how quick this thing can go and the way that it drives, that sort of BMW driver feeling that they're known for, those two things paired together, just perfect. You want to drive it. That's why you want a daily. People are like, why don't you drive the Audi anymore? When it's working, stuff the Audi. This is way better. Some people go on about the older BMWs having the hydraulic steering and how the electronic one's no good. We did put the new wheel on, by the way. That video is linked in the top right hand corner. Check this out. You've got all the little displays and the LEDs. The steering is fine. You've still got plenty of feedback. You still, you know, I used to own an E46. I know exactly what people are talking about with the hydraulic system. Not a big difference at all. Like, anyone who whinges about that, seriously, go buy a Honda. All in all, the sound, amazing. Speed, great. Power, obviously great. The delivery through the gearbox, amazing. The first 6 months have been an absolute pleasure. I feel like I'm sort of used to the power. And there are some times where you drive and you're like, oh shit, that's quick. But there's always a turbo for that. If you have any questions about the car, if you're getting one yourself or you're thinking about an M2, drop them in the comments below. Definitely reach out and help you guys out. If you like the video, like the channel. Fucking hell. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel. If you think I missed something, let me know, because I probably did. And thank you all so much for watching. If there's anything else you want to see done to this car, let me know. I was thinking about wrapping it. Alright, so we've got the wrap, bags, turbo upgrade, plenty to do. But let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching. Catch you in the next one. You're on. Oh, hang on, I'm already in. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. No, I didn't like my hands. So Car Vertical currently works in more than 20 countries across the globe. They gather data from national registries, car insurance companies, sales websites, insurance companies. Fuck.